only for you to walk inside your mother home to find her stretched out on the floor while your younger sibling is pacing back and forth.
And so he walked in, he found his mama unalived on the floor and his little brother pacing back and forth. I don't wanna go, but I would have had to smoke my little brother right there.
You know something inside you don't feel right, and you the emergency call.
Bro. Thought it was firework, but it's too early for 4th of July, so.
What you would do if you get a call that your mother haven't showed up for work? You know something inside you don't feel right, and you the emergency contact, so you know this is a real emergency.
Right.
So you stopped everything you was doing and take it upon yourself to go visit your mother at her house and try to confirm that everything is okay, rightfully so. But in the meantime, your mother's still not answering the phone.
Right.
You calling, family members, even a job. But you also got a younger sibling who's also not answering, but he live with your mother. So now your adrenaline is going crazy. Because as you try to get to this scene, you can't help but assume the worst. Only for you to walk inside your mother home to find her stretched out on the floor while your younger sibling is pacing back and forth.
And so he walked in, he found his mama unalived on the floor and his little brother pacing back and forth. I don't wanna go, but I would have had to smoke my little brother right there. For now, you
and at that very moment, what would you do? It's probably easier said than done, huh? Well, unfortunately for a young man who we'll later discuss, this real life. Not to mention this took place less than 24 hours of me doing this video. And hopefully by the time we finish this video, you'll find out what this young man did after having that situation put in front of him. And possibly why. Not to mention take a look at who involved. I mean, we all react different. But let's be real for a second, fam. Certain actions don't even need an explanation. And I
want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did?
I'm sure some of us will agree that this is possibly one of them. But nonetheless, crazy, as we go over this video, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Today we visit a place where just last week they went viral for an unfortunate situation that happened at a small theater venue. And we covered that story. I'll leave the link in the bio if you guys want to check it out. You see, a local dad from Mobile, Alabama, where we headed to today, was gunned down in front of his daughter. It was at his daughter's dance recital. Not to mention the victim happens to know the suspect. Turns out it was his baby mother's new boyfriend.
The baby mama new boyfriend came to the dance recital and unalived his girl dad? What the? His girl daughter dad? Like, that's weird. Now, we gonna skip this because we fuck with the family TV, but he be having a lot of unnecessary information. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear this.
She loved being a mom. Miss Tracy lived on Raw Street in Mobile, Alabama. Her youngest son, Brandon, also lived with her. Now, the oldest was Brent. He loved making music, and it wasn't just rapping. He even liked making instrumental. Brent lived about 20 minutes away from his mom.
See, like, what
At 25, before pulling up to his mom's house, Brent stopped at a local gas station and talked to a childhood friend and discussed their music aspirations. But an hour later, Brent didn't realize that his worst dreams would come true. At around 12:43 p.m., on the 2100 block of Raw Street, Brent would come inside his mom's home that was passed down to his mother by his grandmother by a woman named Miss Anna Mae, who was the neighborhood candy lady. And in that very same house that he grew up in, his mom was laying lifeless while on the floor. When suddenly, Brent would get into a shootout with his brother after realizing he was the perpetrator who pulled the trigger on their mother.
What would you do, bro? What would you do? You get a call from your mama job and say, hey, your mom didn't show up for work today. Is everything okay? That's not like her. I don't know. Let me call her. She ain't answer. You pull up to her house. She's still not answering her phone. You go inside the house and you see your mama stretched out, unalived on the floor, and your little brother pacing back and forth. First thing I'm doing is pulling my gun out, gang. Like, I'm not even gonna think 2 times for it.
Now, at this moment, it's not clear who allegedly pulled the first shot, but it was clear that shortly after, Brent had ran outside and yelled to the neighbors that his brother had killed his mom. The neighbors heard gunshots. Some ran inside their homes.
Hell yeah.
Some pulled up chairs, and some started to record.
The one that did it, they say he ain't the one that did it. Say his brother did it. The little boy.
The little boy.
The one that look all weird. He walk around looking weird.
The one that look all weird. Yep. He did it. If he look weird, that's weird.
Here with that black, yeah.
They said he walk around looking all weird.
And before we continue, Miss Tracy, I want to say rest in peace.
Rest in
Love
peace,
and
Miss
condolences
Tracy,
to
man.
your family. Now, fam, we may never truly know the motive, but nonetheless, do it matter? A young man decided to take his own mother's life. Nothing can justify that.
Yeah.
Then the brother, the older brother, he allegedly had took matters in his own hands. Did it cost his life? I pray it didn't. But I want to ask you this, as we said at the very beginning, if you was in that older brother's shoe, what would you do?
Right.
Let me know in the comments.
I don't think he should go to jail for that shit though, bro. If I walk into my house, my mama house, and my little brother is standing over my unalived mom with a gun in his hand, and I come in and see it, immediately, the first thing I'm gonna think is, okay, he sees me. I see him. I see mama. He sees that I see mama, and I see him standing over mama. He sees that I see that she's unalive, and he not. He sees that I see that he see that it's a gun in my little brother's hand right now, and my mama unalive. Okay, so my little brother finna smoke me just like he smoked my mama so that I don't snitch. No. Mako got a blick. You see what I'm saying? He gots to go. He gots to go. He gots to go, bro. I'm not finna run out of here. I ain't finna call the police. I ain't finna do none of that shit because at this moment right now, he sees me and I'm a direct witness. I'm the only witness to a murder. How do I know that my little brother not finna smoke me? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the big brother should be let off self-defense. Easy money. You know what I'm saying? And that should be that. For I don't feel like he should go to jail for that, gang. Cause that's like what am I supposed to do? Just get smoked too and we just both sitting there looking fucking stupid?